Hello students. Students, today we will discuss about the frog. First of all, we will see the morphology of frog. Frog is known as Rana tigrina. Here, the frog, it is known as Rana tigrina. And here we can see the external features of frog. Frog, we all know it belongs to the kingdom Animalia and it belongs to the class amphibians. Amphibians because it can live in both the land and water. We will see the morphology or the external characteristics of frog. First of all, frog is a cold-blooded animal. It is poikilothermal. It is a cold-blooded animal. It can change its color to protect itself from the enemies. So it can camouflage. Third, its body is divided into two parts. And the two parts are, first, this is the head and this is the trunk. So the body is divided only into two parts, head and trunk. There is no neck and tail formation. So body, it is divisible into two parts, that is the head and the trunk. Clear? Next is the eyes. We can see here eyes, and eyes are bulged and it is covered by nictitating membrane. When it is present in water, the eyes are protected or it is covered by the nictitating membrane. So they have bulged eyes which are covered by nictitating membrane. Next is, here we can see the sexual dimorphism, that is male frog and female frogs are different. The male frogs can be differentiated from the female frog by having the presence of vocal sac, and second, they have copulatory pads. So these two things, vocal sacs and copulatory pads, these are present in the male frog and it is absent in the female frog. Now where is this copulatory pad present? This copulatory pad is present in the forelimb and under the first digit. So the copulatory pads are present only in the forelimbs and that is only under the first digit. Clear? Next, the skin, here we can see it is smooth and slippery. Now why the skin is smooth and slippery? Because it contains mucus glands. So that's why the skin is smooth and slippery. Next important thing is, here there is no external ears. External ears are absent, but they have a membrane of tympanum. So the ear is represented by tympanum and it receives the sound signals. Clear? So here they do not have external ears, they do not have pinna, but it is represented by tympanum. Next here we can see here that it has two limbs, that is forelimbs and hind limbs. We can say it have two pairs of limbs, forelimb and hind limb. Now what is the difference between forelimb and hind limb? The hind limb is bigger, it is more muscular and it is more powerful as compared to the forelimb. The forelimb has only 4 digits. It has 4 digits while the hind limb have 5 digits. Clear? Now these limbs are used for swimming, walking and leaping. So it has 2 pairs of limbs, forelimbs and hind limbs, which are used for these purposes. Forelimbs have only 4 digits while the hind limb have 5 digits. One more important thing, here we can see that in between this digit, what is present? Web-like structure is present and that helps it for swimming. Clear? So these are some of the external characteristics of frog. Here in this diagram we can see that it has a streamlined body and we know that the streamlined body helps in swimming. Second important thing, the body is divisible into two parts, head and trunk. Here we can see they have bulged eyes having a nictitating membrane. Here they have just above the mouth, they have two nostrils. ठीक है? Or we can say they have a pair of nostrils. They have two pair of limbs, forelimbs and hind limb. The hind limb is more powerful as compared to the forelimb. Forelimb have 4 digits while the hind limb have 5 digits. If you see the color, it is somewhat greenish, pale greenish color, and it is smooth and slippery because of the presence of mucus gland. After this, we will study about the digestive system of frog. Students, now we will discuss the digestive system of frog. So here I have drawn the digestive system of frog. First of all, the mouth, it leads to the buccal cavity, which leads to the esophagus, which opens into the stomach, then intestine. The final digestion takes place in this intestine. Then the undigested food passes to the rectum and then it comes out through this opening which is known as cloaca. Clear? So here we can see that I have drawn the flow chart. First is the mouth which opens into the buccal cavity, then esophagus, stomach, intestine, and the undigested food comes out. It is stored in the rectum and then comes out through cloaca. Now here we can see that the digestive system consists of what? Alimentary canal and digestive glands. So here the digestive system in the case of frog, it consists of alimentary canal which is short as compared to the other organisms. Why? Because it is long in herbivores, a little smaller in omnivores, and in carnivore, frog is carnivore, so their alimentary canal is shorter. And it also consists of digestive glands. Now digestion starts in the stomach. Now what happens? With the help of its bilobed tongue, it has tongue which is bilobed. It is used to capture what? The food. The food could be any insect. So with the help of the tongue, what happens? The frog capture the insect, the food, and it is passed to the buccal cavity. Now what happens? Since its upper jaw has teeth while the lower jaw does not have teeth, so there is no chewing of the food. It just engulfs, it just passes it it swallows the food and passes it into the stomach. So the digestion will not start in the mouth, it will start in the stomach. Suppose this is the upper jaw and this is the lower jaw of the frog. So upper jaw have same type of teeth present while the lower jaw does not have teeth. So there is no chewing of food in the case of the frog. So what happens? With the help of the tongue, it will capture the food and it will swallow and it will pass into the stomach. So the digestion process starts in the stomach. So here I have written digestion starts in stomach and final digestion occur in the small intestine. This you have to remember. The wall of the stomach, it secretes HCl and pepsin which helps in the digestion of food. Clear? Now second important thing is that the stomach, it opens into the intestine and the first part of the intestine is duodenum. Clear? And this duodenum leads to the ileum. So the intestine, it consists of two parts, duodenum and ileum. So I am writing here duodenum and ileum. Digested food is absorbed by villi and microvilli. So final digestion will take place in the intestine, and this intestinal wall has finger-like projection which is known as villi. So this villi and microvilli will help in the absorption of the digested food. My dear students, you have to remember that the liver, here you can see the liver, it produces the bile. We know that the bile is required for the emulsification of the fats. So here we can see the liver. This liver will secrete bile and this bile is stored in the gall bladder. And with the help of a duct, it is passed into the duodenum for the digestion. Clear? Another important thing, frog also contains pancreas and this pancreas releases pancreatic juice, which is required for the digestion of carbohydrates and proteins. So for the emulsification of fats, what is required? Bile is required, which is produced by the liver and is stored in the gallbladder, and it is released into the intestine with the help of a duct. Similarly, here we have pancreas, and the pancreas produces the pancreatic juice, which is required for the digestion of carbohydrates and proteins. After the complete digestion, what happens? The undigested food is passed into the rectum. So here I have drawn the rectum, and the opening is known as cloaca. Cloaca is a common opening, and here this is the cloacal aperture. So this is the digestive system of the frog, and this image I have taken directly from the NCERT. So this was all about the digestion in frog.